Construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
This telecast is copyrighted by Hometown 24 for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or retransmission of this game without the express written consent of Hometown 24 is prohibited. This telecast is copyrighted by Hometown 24 for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or retransmission of this game without the express written consent of Hometown 24 is prohibited.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Bank of Hyman Hometown 24 Game of the Week. Tonight, we come from you from the Farcio Woods Coliseum on the campus of Breathitt County High School. Here will be the Bobcats playing the Hazard Bulldog in a big 14th regional matchup. Jim McCauley, Manus Blair, David Adams, and all the hometown crew with you. And Jim, these two meet. You normally have a pretty good ball game, both of them.
Well, you know, David, I was going to say, could third time be a charm for Breathitt County, but this will be their fourth meeting.
Yes, it will.
So, you know, I don't know if I can remember when two of the top regional contenders would play 4 times in regular season.
And it could be 5.
It very well could be 5,
Could be.
Manus. So, you know, it's a lot of interesting dynamics with this game,
Right.
you know, being the 4th time they played. And Breathitt needs to show Hazard that they can compete with Hazard moving into the regional tournament.
I agree with that. Manus, you look at the Bobcats, and Bobcats here of late's been playing well.
Well, you know, they're winners of 8 of their last 10. So an award being given away here. I didn't hear what the PA person was. So maybe we can hear it here in a minute or whatever. But yeah, Bobcats 8 out of 10. David Adams and you know, they're playing well.
Yes, they are.
Had a big win here on Spurry three-pointer basically at the Horn the other night. So,
And the team seems healthy, and Coach Holland's team, the Bulldogs, seem healthy. So they've got that going for them going into Monday night as the district tournament will get started throughout the state of Kentucky. So looking forward to that. Some big district matchups. We'll probably talk some about those at our man Toyota at the half, so we'll be looking forward to that. But keys for the game, Jim, let's talk Breathitt County.
Hey, you know, we've talked about it all year. Manus has said this so many times, and it's kind of a catch-22. Austin Sperry has to be a little selfish. You know, he does make his teammates better because he distributes the ball well, but when the rubber meets the road, Austin Sperry is one of the top players in the region, and he has to take over at this time. Now, the second thing, they have got 2 incredible post players that have got to stay out of foul trouble, control the boards, and both of them need to get 8 to 10 points apiece, I think, for Breathitt County to have a chance in this game. You know, on the defensive end, you know, it's kind of pick your poison with Hazard because they've got such a good inside game and outside game. But, you know, you've got to figure out some way to force Evan Everso out facing the basket a little more, not let him have his way at the post, and make sure that, you know, you don't keep one of those shooters. They've got so many that are capable of getting hot. You've got to make sure that you run that three-point line against Dalton Combs. You know, those would probably be the 2 things that I think they have to do.
Right. Man, as you look at Hazard playing extremely well, and they have played well all season. They have done a great job. Great chemistry on that team. They play very well together. Very experienced ball team. Keys for them is always doing what they've been doing.
yeah, I mean, they've won the first 3 times, shot 50% from the field, out-rebounded Breathitt. So they've got to out-rebound Breathitt, and that's saying a whole lot when you've got Gross and Turry inside and along with Spurry.
Yeah.
So they need to control the boards. I'll say kind of similar to what Jim said with Breathitt. If they control the boards, work the basketball around, play at third tempo. And that is a tempo, a Coach Holland tempo. If the score is in the 50s and the 60s, that is good for Hazard. They need to go to the line. They're shooting in the 3 times that they played, doubled the number of free throws on Breathitt County. So actively taking the ball to the goal. Jim is talking about ever so facing up. Well, he needs to face up and back them down in there and take it to them to get Gross or Turry in foul trouble. And if they do that, that's an obstacle for the Breathitt County Bobcats. But, you know, those kinds of things, the normal things we usually say, who gets to the 50-50 balls, who can limit the number of live turnovers that lead to easy baskets, and can you get to the free throw line? And when you get to the free throw line, knock them down.
Guys, Eastern Kentucky and our region here has been hit with more flooding, and we sure want to think about all of our people that has had a rough time, and that as a lot of them, we hope things work out for our people. Just a tough thing, guys.
Yeah.
See that water.
Oh, yeah. We've all experienced it.
Yeah, and you look at it, it kind of, you know, we've all talked about it by text the last couple of days. But, you know, one thing that I can guarantee you, no matter what, mountain people, they're tougher than woodpecker lips because, I mean, you can't keep them down, and they're going to be right back working today.
And neighbors helping neighbors, and there's no boundaries. There's no boundaries in the counties. We help everybody regardless. Perry County, Breathitt County, Letcher County, West Virginia, Pike County, and our thoughts and prayers are with all those people, and hopefully they can it just go inch by inch and day by day, and we just say a prayer for everybody.
Yeah, you're right, Manus and Jim. Eastern Kentucky people, they're tough people, good neighbors, and they just help everybody out, and they pull together, and that's what makes them special. We're just about 2 minutes away from basketball action at the Farcio Woods Coliseum. You need to stay with us tonight. It's a great night. We do expect some bad weather in again, guys, but we hope we don't get that. But it looks like we may end up with some, so we hope that works out for everybody too, and everybody be safe out there. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the tip live from Breathitt High School in Jackson, KY.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
No matter what town or community you live in, there's a Tim Short dealership nearby. That's because our family of dealerships are dedicated to serving the folks throughout Eastern Kentucky. Our employees are your friends and neighbors, helping to support the local economy and provide safe and affordable transportation to everyone that shops the family of Tim Short dealerships. Our entire inventory can be found with a click of a button at timshortautogroup.com. Visit us online and join the thousands of customers that took the short drive to satisfaction today.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Home sweet home. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we've been providing our friends and neighbors the sweet dream of homeownership since 1960. We're proud to support the community we work and live in. That's why we take so much pride in providing competitive rates, low closing costs, and quick turnaround by local decision makers. Investing and growing our community is what we do. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we believe that there's no place like our home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Just want to watch the game.
That turn on the ceiling fan. Use the gray remote. Hit power, then input.
It's not working.
That's the silver one.
It might be difficult to understand what all the remotes on your coffee table do. But with a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent in every county, at least it's easy to get great insurance. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Next time, I'll just go to the game.
A lot has changed in 100 years. We've gone from the Model T to the electric car, from silent film to home theaters, and from the telegram to the iPhone. And through it all, People's Bank and Trust of Hazard has been there for local people. From paper checks to debit cards, from wire transfers to online banking, People's Bank has maintained a tradition of service while embracing the future for your financial needs. Celebrating a century of service to the mountains. People's Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Yeah, I was ready to see some
Welcome back to Breathitt County High School. We're on the campus here and Fairfield Woods Coliseum, and a great place to come and see a basketball game. And we want to thank Breathitt County High School for letting us come in tonight. And now it's time for those lineups.
And first will be the Hazard Bulldogs. Number 2, junior guard Dalton Combs, averaging 10.6 on the season. Number 4, senior forward Nick Ratliff, averaging 6.4. Number 5, senior forward Evan Eversole, averaging 18.6 and 10.3 rebounds. Number 13, junior forward Seth Cottle, averaging 13.7. And number 22, junior center Tucker Johnson, 5.5. And there goes the lights, and I am ready this time.
You've got the flashlight on.
Yes. And now will be the home team, the Breathitt County Bobcats. 19-7 on the season, 10-3 in the region. Number 11, sophomore guard Peyton Collins, averaging 8.3 on the season. Number 12, senior forward Braxton Turry, averaging 10.0 with 8.6 rebounds. Number 14, senior guard Austin Spurry, averaging 22.3 points. Number 20, senior center Kanan Gross, 7.5. And number 23, senior forward Joseph Honeycutt, averaging 7.0 on the season. Breathitt County coached by Jeff Honeycutt. The Hazard Bulldogs coached by Al Holland. Hazard Bulldogs 23-2 on the season, 15-0 in the region.
And guys, to be honest, we got a decent crowd here at the Coliseum tonight, Jim. You know, for the weather out and the flood we just all had to go through, and then, you know, the threat of snow in there. But a lot of people's made their way out. And the official says it's time for basketball. And, folks, the game's underway from Breathitt County.
And the controlled tip by Breathitt County. Collins with the basketball, being guarded by Combs as Hazard's in the man-to-man. Sagging in as much as they can. Turry goes behind to Spurry, being guarded by Seth Cottle. Goes up with a 15-footer and it is good.
Yeah, and you know Sperry's as good as there is in the region about elevating on that jump shot.
And, you know, he kind of jumps backwards, the old Michael Jordan. There's no way you can block it except from behind, David.
There you are right. Hit that 14-footer right off that left elbow.
Eversole trying to find room, and he does, and he knocks it down.
So both big guys on both teams, Eversole and Sperry, already in the books.
Yep, 8-footer by Eversole right off the left side there.
Looked like Breathitt County was in that 2-3 zone, so trying to keep that from occurring inside the paint. Goes to Spurry for the three, and it rattles, and doesn't go ever so with the rebound. Seth Cottle goes in, going against Collins. Kick out, it's blocked by Spurry out of bounds.
Spurry come from the right line on the right lane there and made it over to him very quickly. So if you're Nick Ratliff, the next time you would probably want to fire that one quicker.
Or pump fake that thing.
Or pump fake, yes.
Seth Cottle goes to the baseline, going against Gross. Let's see if he tries to take him. Goes in, turns, pivots, gives it back to Everso. Jumper is long, rebound is Spurry.
Yeah, great defense right there.
And Turry is behind the defense. Gives it up to Ratliff. Thought he had the angle to put the ball up. Tucker Johnson goes in, kicker to Cottle, three, good.
Cottle gets set, right side, Jim. He's dandy from there. Nice follow through.
You know, and that's what makes it so difficult to play defense against Hazard. They've got so many scorers. They can score on different levels.
Spurry bringing it across, makes the call from Coach Honeycutt. Asking for the high post screen, and he got the switch with Everso, but elects not to take it. Spurry going against Everso, stops him at the lane. Gives it up to Turry against Cottle. It goes up off the board, misses it, but there's Gross. Up off the board and good.
Nice follow through by the big guy.
Yeah, and that's what Breathitt's got to do to stay in this game. Control those offensive boards, use those big bodies to block out and create some room.
Cottle asking for the screen from Everso. Collins with a nice job of not allowing, making him come around the screen. Johnson misses, Spurry rebound. Spurry trying to get the ball to Gross. He turns back to his strong side, misses it. Knocked away, and the rebound is going to come to Turry.
What hustle.
Three. Good.
Mr. Turry just outworked the Bulldogs that time. And Coach Holland hands up number 3, and let's see what the Bulldogs go into. 7-5 Breathitt by 2 in the first quarter at Jackson.
That's one of those 50-50 balls that Turry got for the Bobcats. Collins taking on Seth Cottle. Combs with a 3, good.
Combs gets set there, guys. He will rein it in there on that 20-footer on the left side.
You know, and I was very anxious to see how the Bulldogs come out. They've been off several days in a row without playing, but it doesn't seem to appear to impact their shooting any.
And Dalton Combs shooting 45% on the season from 3. Collins from way downtown, good.
23-footer by Collins. Give Breathitt a 2-point lead back with 3:48.
David, that really changes what they can do offensively when Collins is hitting the outside shot.
Ratliff fakes that time as Spurry tried to come out, back tip and goes out of bounds. Spurry wanting the call, they can get it from official Ambergy. There you go.
Nice
Cottle. Oh, he misses the bunny. Rarely does he miss those.
Well, you can count that on your hand during the whole season, him missing that shot, guys.
Spurry loses control of it. Gives it to Turry, goes straight in, spins off the board, gets his own rebound, goes back up, blocked, gets his own rebound, foul on the way up.
Turry has been very active in this ball game so far. Very active.
And that's the first foul of the game, almost 5 minutes into the first quarter. So a very clean game so far. 81% on the season as Turry makes the first. If I was given the most improved free throw award this year, it would go to Braxton Turry.
Yeah, we've said that all year. He's really improved that part of his game.
And he makes the second. You can tell how confident he is at the free throw line.
And, guys, he don't even touch any iron on those free throws.
As we near the 3-minute mark. Combs there for a brief moment on the curl, caught on. He's going to be tied up, and the ball will go to Hazard. They'll retain it. Nice job by Spurry coming off his person and helping out. And Gross steps out and deflects it. Backside screen trying to get Cottle or Combs open. Breathitt County, nice job working over the screens. Eversole left dribble, bounce pass. Johnson lays it in.
Well, I like the pass. He kept it low and a bounce pass, and only his teammate could get it.
You know, and he's got a sag way off of Everso out there. You know, there's no reason to step out beyond the three-point line.
And both teams have 4 people in the scoring column. Can it be 5? No, Honeycutt misses it. Rebound to Turry, and that's his 4th offensive rebound.
He's controlling the boards up there.
Spurry, 15-footer good. He is definitely on.
Yep, good follow through there. Elevated very well to go up to turn that one loose.
Now you kind of have a different feeling about this Breathitt County team tonight. They really, really look hungry out there.
And Spurry has 7 points in the first quarter as we go under 2 minutes. Long 3 by Ratliff, good.
20-footer, and Ratliff cuts the lead down to 1 with 1:45.
All 5 Bulldogs in the scoring column now.
Yeah, 3 separate players have hit three-point baskets.
Eversole staying back in the middle of the lane. Kicker to Honeycutt. Fakes off of Ratliff. Gives it up. Good.
Nice pass. Hit Gross underneath. Left block. Jim, that's the way you pass her in.
Oh, yeah.
Put a little mustard on it.
You know, that's one of the things we talked about. Gross needs to look to score as well when he gets the ball around the basket, and he has so far in the first quarter. Cottle slashes in, misses it. Rebound's going to come down to Collins, but he loses control, and it will stay with Hazard on this end.
Yeah, as of so far, Breathitt County really controlling the boards on both ends.
They're getting that extra shot, guys, that y'all mentioned earlier on the keys, that if you're Hazard, you want to cut that away from Breathitt County.
As we go under a minute, Eversole steps out to get the basketball. Running the flex cut for Combs, off the jumper, good.
Nice shooter, Combs. We're tied with 45 seconds to go in the first quarter.
And let's see if Spurry and the Bobcats elect to run it all the way down, or will they go for something here? 1-4. Out here in David Adams is he don't believe it.
I think they're going to hold this for one shot.
1 foul so far in the first quarter. Possession arrow is going toward the Bobcats, so I would envision that they will as we go under 15 seconds. Spurry breaks the count. And let's see what we go with here. There goes the elevator screen. Spurry with a 3. Comes up short. Rebound to Eversole. It will count if it goes.
We played 1 at Breathitt County. 16-16. Hazard and Breathitt all tied up. Second quarter coming up.
No one likes an uninvited guest, especially when that guest is a potentially dangerous pest. So call Bluegrass Pest Management and let the pros take care of your problem. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, providing much-needed jobs to local people. With 3 locations in Hazard, London, and Hindman, they treat rats, mice, roaches, bed bugs, termites, and many more. Open Monday through Friday and now servicing all of Kentucky. Say goodbye to your uninvited guests today. Call Bluegrass Pest Management.
This is the 4th app. I don't remember any of these passwords.
With so many subscriptions, it can be impossible to keep up.
Who said that?
Don't worry about who I am. Worry about all the money you're losing paying for all these subscriptions.
I have to use like 13 to watch all the shows I want to watch.
Then sign up for TVS. With TVS, you have all your favorite shows with just one bill. So stop throwing away money and throw away those subscriptions.
Magellan, what should we do with all this money we save by switching to TVS?
Welcome back to the Bank of Hyman, Hometown 24, game of the week. It comes to you tonight, Breathitt County and Hazard, down at Jackson at Breathitt County High School campus in the Farcio Woods Coliseum. And it looks like the Bobcats will have the ball to start the second quarter. We're tied at 16. And guys, so far we've had a good, clean ball game.
Very much so, as Breathitt County will put it in. Hazard in the 2-3. Spurry fakes. Skip past to Honeycutt. You got to know where Honeycutt is, or he's a knockdown shooter in that corner. Misses it, but Terry gets his own. Goes up opposite hand, misses it, and it's going to be tied up, and it will go to Hazard.
I tell you, it's a good effort by Terry, and to be honest with you, Hazard's having trouble keeping Terry away from the ball, guys. He's been a rebounding machine this game so far.
But each time, though, guys, he kept looking wherever so was when he got there. He's just got to go back up as quickly as he gets it. Combs comes off the screen, goes to Cottle, jumper good.
6-footer, and he rings it up off the left side.
Hazard with token man-to-man pressure in the backcourt.
Hazard leading by 2, second quarter.
Spurry asking for the screen, hesitation, left-hand dribble. Goes up in the air, gets it to Honeycutt, nice pass. And that's what I was talking about.
Exactly.
Terry puts it in.
Johnson got his body not hardly squared up with the offensive player coming to the bucket and got caught.
And there's a big difference between Johnson and Everso. You know, when you get in and he can get Johnson, he's about the same size as Johnson. He can kind of go up a little bit, but a great pass by Joseph Honeycutt. You know, they respect his outside shooting and come at him really hard, and he's able to make the dish off of it.
The only thing about it is, guys, in the NBA, they probably would have called that an offensive foul. But we're in high school, not in the NBA. But anyway, here goes Everso. Nice pass. Johnson misses it. Gets his own rebound, I think. And is it going to be tied up? I believe it's going to be a tie-up.
And I go to Breathitt.
Yeah, Johnson, a nice hustle out of the young man. He got down there and got trapped and just had nowhere to go with it, guys.
But he is very aggressive on the boards, on the offense and the defensive end.
Yes, he is.
Pick and roll on the opposite side. Terry goes into Gross, turns off the board and puts it in.
Terry and Gross show at Jackson.
You know, we said earlier that they both got to get 8 to 10 points apiece.
You mentioned that.
And they're well on their way.
Yep, 21-18. Bobcats by 3.
Everso backing Gross down. Can't get it. Johnson, 15-footer. It's long. Rebound to Terry. Kick out to Spurry, and he will set the offense. Goes into Gross. Backing. Nowhere to go to Honeycutt. Collins spin, gives it up to Terry, goes up, knocked away by Combs, but it will stay with the Breathitt County Bobcats. Yeah. Nice hands by Combs.
Yeah, and David, the interior passing of Breathitt County is really nice right now.
Yes, it is.
They're
looking for block.
Right.
Yeah, they're sharing the ball right now.
Yep. It goes off of Spurry for the dunk.
Spurry touched the back of the Bulldogs and went up and throwed it through in Jackson.
And anytime you face looks like Spurry's got a little bit of a shoelace problem as well as Ratliff.
Yeah, I saw Tucker Johnson kind of give a sheepish grin after that was over. He knew what had happened, and, you know, he's going to own it, and, you know, what do you do?
Tucker will hang in there, my friends.
Play each play as we are at 5.5. Cottle jumper short. Rebound Ratliff and puts it in.
Nice rebound by Ratliff off that right side. Jim sneaked in there, buddy. Put it right back off the glass.
You know, Ratliff, you know, he's probably the most athletic of the Bulldogs.
Spurry with a 3. Honeycutt comes up short. Gross with a power rebound. Doesn't go.
I tell you, Breathitt is getting the extra shot about every time down, guys.
They've got grown men on the inside, David, and we've said it all year long. When those guys get their meat hooks on the ball, it belongs to them. But you see Hazard's going to go with a little bit of strength of their own right now as Kenyon Higgins is just to check in.
Gross makes the first of two as Kincaid and Higgins will come in for Ratliff and Johnson. And one of the things that you saw with Coach Holland is doubling Spurry to make him give up the ball, and the Breathitt County Bobcats made them pay. Gross with a miss. He has 7 so far on the night. Goes to Higgins, and Turry is going to stay in the lane. Everso with a fake, up with a jumper, good.
Yeah. That 10-footer, and that was nice.
Well, and that's the
through.
part he's evolved from last year to this year, be able to have that face-up game, and he's got a really nice-looking jump shot. It's going to translate well in the next level.
And, he goes up and down in the same spot. And Spurry talking about that, and 3 misses. Rebound comes down to Everso.
Body wasn't squared, guys.
Honeycutt, nice job of running Combs off the line. 13-footer good.
Bulldogs tied it up. 4:12 to go. First half. 24-24.
Combs with 8 points. Box set by the Bobcats.
Seeing the Bobcats getting something else.
And they are, and Coach Honeycutt says, let's call a timeout.
And we're going to take one as well. 24-24, 3:51 to go, second quarter. We're coming back.
If you're looking for a convenient pharmacy location with a friendly, caring staff, look no further than Heinemann Pharmacy, located inside the new Heinemann Primary Care Center. Our pharmacy is open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 6:30, but always stays open until the last patient is seen. Whether you need to pick up your refills in our drive-thru, need a flavored medicine for your little ones, or something to feel better after a visit to the clinic, the Heinemann Pharmacy inside Primary Care has got you covered. Located at 425 Heinemann Bypass. Call the Heinemann Pharmacy at 785-0513.
In Kentucky, we understand what matters: family, friends, community. But sometimes we hurt. At Mountain Comprehensive Care Center, we believe in hope, and Mountain's behavioral health professionals want to be there for you every step of the way. Together, we can overcome the challenges of depression, PTSD, addiction, and so much more. With behavioral health centers throughout Kentucky, your story of recovery begins at Mountain Comprehensive Care Center.
3:51 to go, second quarter, 24-24. Hazard and Breathitt County going at it. And guys, Breathitt County's been able to manage the second shot tonight.
Yeah, up until the last minute and a half of the game, they pretty much controlled the boards. The last couple of times, Hazard's been able to get the rebound off the shot.
2-1-2 by Hazard, and one of the things was Breathitt County was out rebounded the last 3 times, and right now they're proving, as Stallard is in the game for the Bobcats, that they can go in and get the rebounds. Nice no-look pass to Gross. Offense that goes in, up, and doesn't go. Cottle rebound. 3 against 3. Cottle with the left-hand dribble goes up, and Spurry takes it away, and they're going to call it a held ball. And it will go with Hazard. From my angle, that looked like a good call and good hands by Spurry. You guys might have seen it differently.
No, I thought it was a good grab.
Goes to Everso off the board and good.
Everso's tough there, guys. He uses that board so well, so soft with the basketball.
And that's a nice call by Coach Holland underneath the basket with the play.
Breathitt on a couple-of-minute drought right here. Let's see what they can do to generate some offense.
And as we near the 3-minute mark,
let's see what Breathitt.
Looks like Spurry into the lane trying to get people to convert.
A lot of
Higgins
space
not
there.
Guarding Gross. He's right in the middle of the paint. Nice fake. Up off the board. He can't get to it as Everso knocks it away. And that's going to be a foul on Spurry as he reached in across the body.
I thought Spurry kind of forced that one. He needs to relax, let the game come to him, hit wheel.
But guys, honestly, he was passing it to himself.
Yeah,
I mean, at first you thought it's a wild shot, but no, he was throwing it off the backboard to catch it himself. And not many guys in the 14th have that ability, but Austin Sperry's one that does.
Kincaid, three, good.
Kincaid is a young shooter who can burn it, guys. That's a 20-footer off the right side. He is an excellent shooter.
Yeah, the fourth Bulldog get a three-pointer, David.
Yeah,
Yep.
and he has no. I hate to say it, but he knows and believes. I guess it's just a great deal of confidence in him putting that three up so early. Into Terry spins, and it's knocked away. By the way, Breathitt County had picked up their first foul. Combs short. Rebound is over the back. It's going to be on Eversole, and that's a good call.
Yeah. Officials working the game, doing a good job, guys. They're
It's been
all
a very well called game.
Yes, they have. They've done a great job.
Well, it's not a lot of reaching and grabbing and that kind of stuff by either team. Stowler goes into the lane, gives it up to Terry, and he will back it out as Eversole will finally come out and get him. As Coach Holland says, come on out and play some, but they're looking to give any help for Caldwell with Spurry going into the lane. Spurry into the lane, goes up, and it doesn't go. Higgins with the rebound. Outlet to Kincaid is we're at 120 on the first half.
Yep, 29-24.
And you know, Breathitt County only picked up one foul so far. Might be a little bit aggressive in this last little bit. Higgins gives it up, and it's deflected. And it's knocked away from Combs and stolen. Long pass to Spurry. Honeycutt three, got it.
Looked on target, so Honeycutt hits the 27-footer off the right side.
And now all of Breathitt County starters have scored.
Yeah, Honeycutt, when he sets his feet, guys, you can about count it.
Gives it up to Higgins, and nice reverse layup as he puts it in.
Higgins on the basket and put that up on that right-hand Jim. Little spin.
Yeah, usually Higgins isn't really the finesse guy in there, but really nice move to get the 2 points.
A lot of times he just looks to give it to someone else rather than the scorer. So kudos to the Bulldog.
Breathitt players looking a little winded right now, Manus.
Yep, hands on the hips. As we get close to that 10 seconds here and looking for the call here from Coach Honeycutt. And there we go with the elevator screen. Got to get it off. Gross with the three at the horn. Doesn't go. And that will end the first half.
31-27 their score. Bulldogs leading before. We'll take a break. Man Toyota at the half will be coming up. Talk a little scores if we got them in the area and talk a little basketball. Maybe a little tournament talk when we come back. Stay with us.
We have determined that you have early onset Alzheimer's disease.
Why me? How could I have prevented this?
Research shows that reducing stress levels, not partaking in substance abuse, and being aware of safety measures are a few ways to prevent it.
So how quickly can this progress?
There's no definitive timeline. Everyone is different.
In today's world, staying connected is more important than ever. We're not just here to sell you a plan or a phone. We're here to serve you because we live and work right here in the communities we call home. At Appalachian Wireless, you're not just another customer. You're our neighbor, a friend, and a part of our family. We're here to keep you connected to what matters most. Because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Great communities attract talented people to live, work, and raise their families. We're committed to delivering future-proof broadband so our friends, families, and neighbors can live rich lives in smart rural communities across America. Your community is our community. We're your rural broadband partners. You do great things. We make great things possible.
Nestled in the mountains of Appalachia, along the Purpose Road, is a hidden gem, Alice Lloyd College. For 100 years, ALC has been providing opportunities.
Opportunity to learn from the best.
Opportunity to work for my education.
Opportunity to serve my community.
Opportunity to become a leader.
Opportunity to find my life's purpose.
Apply now. to find your purpose at Alice Lloyd College.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
Welcome back to Breathitt County High School. It's the man Toyota at the hat. And guys, good ball game, 31-27, Bulldogs, and both teams playing extremely hard, Manus Blair.
Yeah, and both teams doing it without foul trouble. Breathitt County's gone to the boards, and that was a critical aspect of whether or not they could, pull out a victory here at home. And of course, they've got all 5 starters that have scored. Hazard Bulldogs, 7 people have scored for the Bulldogs. Breathitt County picked up 1 team foul in the first half, and Hazard picked up 4, so nobody's in foul trouble. So, coaches are saying you can do a few things better in the and including taking a few chances, David Adams. So,
absolutely.
I would be saying, you can take a chance, going after the basketball, and I'm sure that Coach Honeycutt and Coach Holland are saying that in the locker room.
Well, I think the more physical Breathitt County is, the better it does in their favor. They've just got, and we've talked about them, we've had them numerous times this year, and if you tell me 2 more, I don't know the term to use, but stronger post players, just physically imposing their will, Breathitt County does have the advantage there when they can play very physical.
Well, and I just think that Gross and Turry both have better games when they look to score around the basket and look to attack on the offensive boards. And, it's really tough to do that against Everso, Higgins, and Johnson.
Yes, exactly.
Well, Hazard's had some good shooting in this first half as well, guys, as normally Hazard does. Ratliff's hit a couple buckets for them, and Nick's starting to play well, and Everso is very tough block to block, Jim. He's very good with the board, and Manus, if you just about have to double him. Anybody in their region about has to double him when he's on the block. So there's some things. You might see some switching defense a little bit, even though they're going to stay in man. I got a feeling they're not showing any traps out on the floor or anything like that. We're not going to see that. It's going to be straight matchup man.
With Evan, most teams, yes, you can double him. You maybe have a front, some backside help. But the shooting ability of Hazard makes it so difficult to do that because you've got 3 guys out there that can absolutely fill it up.
You just about have to rotate over when you do.
And the thing with Eversole is when he catches it on the block, he may not always back. He may turn and face. And if you come across and, they're playing behind him. So if you come over in a help situation, he turns and faces, and Johnson or Higgins, like Higgins did one time, you end up getting in no man's land, and then he will enter the ball down around the bucket to them so they can score.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's no doubt. I mean, Evan's one of the premier players in the region.
He's very tough.
He passes the ball extremely well out of the post. He does, not an excellent three-point shooter, but he can step out and knock down that 3.
Yes, he can.
He's definitely one of those guys that you just have to hope he's not having a great game, David.
And you look at Seth Cottle tonight. He's drove some in the lane area. Took those 8-10 footers, and guys, he's tough there too.
And he's made 2 good assists. Once they've come and tried to double him, he's made good assists on the baseline. Just like Spurry, when they double teamed him several times there, he was able to find the open man, and then that open man then found Turry or Gross after the double team out
the
front.
success through the whole first quarter and about the second half of the second quarter, Terry and Gross on the inside. Then I think they got a little winded. They don't have a great they don't have a lot of players coming off the bench to give them help. And they get winded because they play so hard all the time.
Well, guys, let's give a few shout-outs. People just burning the phone up, want to shout out to Coach Harold Combs, the former coach at Dilson Combs, and also the Harold Combs, the former coach of Knott County Central. Those two guys, good basketball fans. Also Rick Adams down in Shelbyville, Harrison Bailey up at Hazard, Paul Olinger at Hazard. Glad to have all them along. James Catron over in the Ball Country. And Paul Sandlin down in Emelina, Kentucky. Glad to have him along. And Dexter Campbell, the man, the mayor, the legend, up on Route 7.
The baseball card collector.
Yes, he is. He is collecting them, isn't he?
Yeah, he tried to call me in the middle of the broadcast last time.
And Bumper Adams, always good to have you, my friend, along. Sonny Frazier, Tick Lewis. And let's don't forget David Ritchie is in the house tonight from Route 30
and
on Breathitt County. And Earl Stevens.
Ryan Farmer, we forgot to mention
and Ryan, we're supposed to holler at Ryan. He is watching, and it's glad to have him along from over at Hyden.
And I'm glad the people in Leslie County are recovering from the flooding, and hope and pray they're doing well. My buddy Tim Eldridge down in London.
Absolutely.
Hey, big shout out to Knott County AD's dad, Greg Amberger, watching tonight.
Oh, yeah.
He's a birthday boy.
I think Greg turned 32 today.
Yep.
So
Justin's going to pass him up.
Yeah. We'll be back for the second half. Stay with us. 31-27 right here on Hometown 24. You don't want to miss the second half. Stay with us.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
No matter what town or community you live in, there's a Tim Short dealership nearby. That's because our family of dealerships are dedicated to serving the folks throughout Eastern Kentucky. Our employees are your friends and neighbors, helping to support the local economy and provide safe and affordable transportation to everyone that shops the family of Tim Short dealerships. Our entire inventory can be found with the click of a button at timshortautogroup.com. Visit us online and join the thousands of customers that took the short drive to satisfaction today.
Welcome back. Want to say hello to Tim Short down Lexington KY looking in tonight, and always good to have him right here on Hometown 24. Ronnie Adams, Bob Adams. Boy, we've got a crew. They're glad to have them all along. Manus, have you left anybody out, my friend?
Well, I probably did.
Ann Dixon at Lots Creek. We do not want to leave Ann out. She's always watching. And glad to have her along. Third quarter getting ready to start. 31-27 our score. And guys, I think it's very crucial for either one of them to get a good start first 2 or 3 minutes, and especially the Bobcats, because Hazard has hit the last 2 buckets before halftime.
Yeah, and you know, Hazard's going to come at them, and we'll see what spur. You know, he started off real quickly, and he's got to continue to look to score. And, you know, Hazard going to continuously do the things they need to do. And once again, nobody's in foul trouble for either team as we start the third quarter.
Hazard, a matchup. They're playing some matchup guys and going to double, trap the ball, and Bobcats doing a good job.
Great
pass.
Absolutely good ball movement. How about the pass from Turry to get the bucket?
Nice interior passing, and that's Gross's 9th point on the night. Coach Holloman with a 2-1-2 trying to catch the Bobcats off guard. Man-to-man by the Bobcats as they go into Everso, turn, faces, and knocks it down. Tough shot.
Hey,
great defense.
I mean, you can't play him any better than that, and he still made the shot.
Give him 8.
33.
And there's the double team again, all the way across to Honeycutt. And Honeycutt's been the instigator a lot of times when that's happened. Gets the ball in, and there goes the back door to Collins, and he is fouled by Johnson.
Johnson got caught again. The step slow, and
well, he was watching the ball. He got a little bit of ball watching there.
He's got to slide over there and get ready.
Collins 89% on the season and misses the first.
He barely touched the iron on that, guys.
A big shout out to my main man Tate Kraft tuning in to watch.
Hey. Tate and Philip and Sandy Kraft.
And makes
down
the
there
second.
in around the lake country, good people. 33-30, 6:50 to go. Third quarter.
Empties this side out. Step back. Misses. Does Cottle. Got a 2 against 1 with the big guys. And Turry goes in and puts it in.
My, 84 feet for the score.
Give him 7.
Yeah, I thought he was going to do a little wraparound pass, and he just went in and took care of it himself.
And nobody stopped the basketball. Combs tried to take it to him.
Well, would you take a charge there, Manus?
No, I would not.
Me neither.
Ever so good.
Hey, you got to double him, guys.
Yeah.
You got to give the shot up outside. Ever so, that's automatic.
I mean, those aren't easy shots, David.
No, they're not.
Honeycutt, nice fake 3. Got it.
Honeycutt from 27 ties it at 35.
Second 3 on the night.
Yeah, guys.
And we're tied up.
Yeah, that was a bomb from Riverside Christian right there.
Yes, it was. He shot that from McDonald's.
And that's the thing, Coach Holland's got to, you're giving that up to take the ball out of Spurry's hands. Ever so 3 doesn't go. Rebounded by Cottle. And he is fouled on the floor. And it will be underneath, and that will be on Spurry. And that will be his second foul. But Cottle goes way up to get that rebound. Kicker to Johnson, and they'll run the flex from out of bounds. Nope. Coach Holland makes a change on it. Left hand, and that's going to be a overguarding foul on Collins.
I thought Collins got too close to him, guys. If you scoot within a step from him, he's quick enough to go around. You've got to play off of him because Seth, excellent shooter.
And excellent going to his left.
Yes, he is.
Oh, knocked away by Honeycutt.
Yeah.
Terry with a steal. Here comes Spurry, 15-footer, good.
Bobcats back with a 2-point lead, 37-35.
Give him double figures at 11, and Spurry said, I got hit on the arm on the way up.
Ever so really wanting the ball down there.
Cottle to the left side, gives it up to Johnson. Turry manning himself right in the middle of the lane, and there is Cottle, but Johnson goes up, and it's going to be, whoa now, whoa, hold on. And guys, you never know. You can't do that now.
No, this time of
this
year
may
especially.
be your last regular season game.
Yeah.
And both players said, no, we're good. And it will be hazard basketball underneath.
And to be honest, according to the weather, it could very easily be your last season
Yeah, Tucker
game.
Johnson really a lot stronger in the post this second half.
Eversole goes with a flip, misses it, gets his own, puts it in.
Man, he's tough.
And that's what you've got to keep him off that second chance shots.
You're right, Jim. That's a good point.
If they come over and double team, then you're going to give up the offensive rebound to Johnson if your man comes over to help.
If your team cannot rotate on that, you're not ready. You're right, guys.
Collins, long three, good.
Collins, a 23-footer, and Bobcats back by 3.
Give him 7, second three-pointer on the night. 1-4 high post set, rubbing off, and Eversole goes in. There's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Johnson puts it in. Nice look by Eversole.
And, Eversole knew as soon as he touched the ball, the double team's coming, makes a nice pass.
And Johnson's on his move. Oh, and that's going to be a charge. And that's going to be on Turry. Thought it was a pretty good call, guys.
40-39 their score.
Of course, the
3:56.
Breathitt County fans to our left did not like it.
No, Brown's not going to win running the race for magistrate over here right now.
So there is somebody that'll take a charge against Terry. 40-39,
Yep.
Bobcats up.
Bobcats will bring it down as Breathitt on defense in the white uniform, Hazard in the dark.
Caudle facing up against Collins. He's backing him down off the board. Good.
There's where Collins is tough. He gets matched up with a smaller player and excellent shooter. Can move so well.
Give Caudle 7. Collins goes in lane. Nobody stops and gives it up. Nice pass.
Curry gives with that pass, 42-41.
Giving 9. Caudle crossover, 15-footer, comes up short, rebound to Spurry. Looking up the floor, long rebound. Collins 3. No, comes up short.
I thought he shot it off balance.
Yeah, he did. He was leaning.
No.
It was just kind of a heat check, David.
Yeah.
Ever so between his legs, behind his back. Gross staying right with him. Didn't go for any of that. Johnson out front with the basketball. Goes into Everso. Single coverage by Gross. Comes off the board, puts it in.
What a nice move, a hesitation there, and goes up strong, puts it off the glass, Manus, and that's the way you use the old board underneath.
You know, he had 6 at halftime. He's got 8
Yeah.
in the third quarter for a total of 14.
Yeah, hands on his hips right now, though. He's
Yeah,
a
he's
lot of
not
effort.
been out. He's had a lot of effort. He's had to really defend a lot on there, too.
Spurry goes up, pass to Terry, puts it in.
Man, really having a Breathitt County's interior passing's been phenomenal tonight.
And Terry has 6 in the third quarter. It has a total of 11.
44-43.
We got a dandy, guys, as we move to the 2-minute mark. Caudle goes to the floor, and that's going to be a foul on Collins. And that's going to be his second. And that will bring Stallard off, and he will come in for Collins. You know, Gross having a little bit of an ankle problem, but he's moved really well in the game. Combs goes in, kicker to Rattler for the 3, short. Rebound's going to come down to Terry. Coach Honeycutt says, hold up. Terry says, no. It goes in. Oh, misses it. Rebound comes down to Johnson. If he can get it out, they've got the numbers. And he finally gets it out. Everso backs down. Short. Rebound comes down to Honeycutt.
Everso may just be a little tired there, guys. He's hit very well so far in the ball game.
Spurry goes up with a 3. No good. We've got some tired guys on both sides right now.
And they're starting to do things they don't normally do, and they're kind of rushing their shots, and they just need to catch their breath a little.
As the guy at St. John's once said, fatigue makes cowards of us all, and that's going to be a foul on the Spurry.
3 on him.
And that's going to be 3. And that's the 4th team foul on Breathitt, so Hazard will not be shooting. Yes, they are going to be shooting. There's the 5 team fouls. I had it with 4.
So, you know, Breathitt's came out and played a little bit more physical, but the referees are still, you know, they've kind of tightened up a little bit.
And it's been a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah, I wouldn't say tightened up. Yeah. The physicality has increased.
Oh, yeah. 74% on the season, and Caudle misses it.
(44-43). We're under a minute. Third quarter. Caudle normally a very good free throw shooter. There's a good fall through right there.
And that's the first 2 free throws of the night for the Hazard Bulldogs.
Almost at the end of the third quarter.
Yeah. And that was one of my keys is for Breathitt County to get the line, and they have more than the Bulldogs have. Flex cut, Terry had for a second. Had the opening, Stallard goes in, nobody comes to him, kicks it to Honeycutt, 3. Rose doesn't go, Gross, rebound, block. Shot goes up, doesn't go, rebound to Terry. And there's gonna be a foul call.
Bobcats.
And that's gonna be on, looks like that was on Ratliff.
That's the Bobcats.
Yeah, Gross and Terry have just, they put out their.
They have really done a nice job on the boards tonight.
Terry makes the first. 4 for 4 so far on the night. 27.9 seconds to go in the third quarter. Second one is long.
Coach Holland signals for one, and he's probably wanting to try to turn this over and get a real good look, guys.
And that's going to run the flex to run it down, and then let's see if Cottle comes and gets the basketball. Curls tight, gives it up to Ratliff to the baseline, gives it up to Johnson, fakes, and it's going to go off of the Bobcats at 1.5 seconds to go in the third quarter. It's got to be something quick here.
You know, Sperry was very cognizant of his third foul as he went up with his hand straight up that time for the deflection.
Gives it up to Ratliff, 3, and it won't go, and that ends the third quarter.
We played 3 at Jackson, 45-44. Bobcats by 1. Don't touch the dial. Fourth quarter coming up.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Home sweet home. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we've been providing our friends and neighbors the sweet dream of homeownership since 1960. We're proud to support the community we work and live in. That's why we take so much pride in providing competitive rates, low closing costs, and quick turnaround by local decision makers. Investing and growing our community is what we do. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we believe that there's no place like our home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
45-44, 8 minutes to go in the ball game, and Breathitt County will have the ball on the arrow. So Bulldogs will go on defense, and it's been a good ball game, guys. We've got our money's worth so far.
And our viewers have too.
Absolutely.
And the people here, and we've got a nice crowd as we were talking off air.
Yes, we do. I want to thank all of our sponsors tonight for being with us.
Spurry got the angle, puts it in.
Went to the right side, went to the right elbow, and down the lane, and Jim used the square perfectly.
Yeah, that's a tough matchup for Evan when he had to come out and pick him up right there. Sperry's got such a quick first step, and once he gets his shoulders through, the rest is 2 points.
Cottle posting up on the basketball against Spurry.
Yeah, Spurry's 3 fouls. And
he knocks it away, but Ratliff rescues it. Nowhere to go. Going to run the two-man game with a corner here, looks like. Ratliff in the corner, Cottle 15-footer, doesn't go, but there's Johnson, knocked away, but Combs will get it. Goes into the lane, and Honeycutt from behind commits the foul. That's going to be his first, as Higgins and Kincaid will come in for the Bulldogs.
Those Bulldogs, Coach Holland not subbing a whole lot tonight, guys.
And Beverly will come in too.
He's went with his starters quite a bit in this ball game.
Cottle getting the ball in the corner, and it's a slip by Higgins. He loses control, and Honeycutt will pick it up. Done a nice job of ghosting this, but he's just not able to keep up with it.
You know, I thought Higgins had an opportunity there to put that up, guys.
Oh, yeah, he was wide open.
Yeah.
And Beverly is going to come up with a steal. First time action for Beverly. Gives it up to Kincaid. I thought he was going to let that one go. Comes into Everso. It's Coach Holland makes the call here. Isolation 15-footer rolls and goes.
Nice shot.
Nice touch. He faded back and got the row, and good shooters do.
Give him 16.
47, 46. 6 minutes to go in the ball game.
Gross with it. Higgins backing off of him, not putting any pressure on the basketball. Stallard's got to watch for Beverly reaching in, run the flex cut, but Spurry comes out, takes it as they go down. Well, I thought they were going to a 1-4. And Spurry said, let's go 1-4, and Coach Honeycutt says, let's call a timeout.
Yeah, I think they're wanting to widen the lanes out, try to get Spurry some room to operate in the middle right there.
Yep, this is a full one. We'll take a full one as well. 47-46, we're coming back.
Just want to watch the game.
That turned on the ceiling fan. Use the gray remote. Hit power, then input.
It's not working.
That's the silver one.
It might be difficult to understand what all the remotes on your coffee table do. But with a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent in every county, at least it's easy to get great insurance. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Next time, I'll just go to the game.
A lot has changed in 100 years. We've gone from the Model T to the electric car, from silent film to home theaters, and from the telegram to the iPhone. And through it all, People's Bank and Trust of Hazard has been there for local people. From paper checks to debit cards, from wire transfers to online banking, People's Bank has maintained a tradition of service while embracing the future for your financial needs. Celebrating a century of service to the mountains. People's Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
5:35 to go in the ball game. Be Breathitt County's ball, leading by 1. Bulldogs are on defense. Cold outside, but man, is it warm in the Coliseum.
And it's going to get even more heated in the next 5:35. 2-1-2 by Hazard after the timeout. Knocked away by Everso. Spurry gets it, misses it. Rebound comes down to Higgins.
Spurry had a good shot, guys.
Yeah, I think he was expecting contact, David.
Yep.
He didn't get it.
Yep.
Nice call by Coach Holland, changing defenses during the timeout.
I want to say hello to Kenneth Fugate looking in, guys. Big ball fan. Glad to have him along tonight.
Curl by Everso off the screen. Looks to go up and does and puts it in.
6-footer, he's just hard to deal with.
I'd like to know what his shooting percentage is tonight. He's got to be shooting 80% from the floor.
And he's got 18 on the night as he puts the Bulldogs up.
You know, the thing about Evan, you never feel like he tries to do more than he should. Everything comes in the context of the game.
Stallard looking to take that shot against his own, but Honeycutt says, I will, and he will knock it down.
Big game for Honeycutt tonight. Third three.
30-footer.
And that puts the Bobcats back up 50-48. Kincaid says, I'll match it, and he does.
Kincaid can shoot it. You can write it down. 30-second timeout. We'll leave that one here. And Coach Holland, that's why Kincaid's in the game. He is a big threat from the outside. And Coach Honeycutt telling his team, you've got to be close to him when he gets the ball.
And you know the thing about it is, like I said, he has a great deal of confidence in himself. And Coach Holland has a great deal of confidence in him.
It's kind of like seeing a young David Adams out there. Every shot's going to go in from his mind.
No, I didn't make them all, guys, but I love shooting them anyway. But anyway, 51-50 or score, 421. Anybody got any scores out there around the area? Go ahead and send them to us.
And girls action up at Letcher Central, they are ahead of Harlan County 21-18. Harlan County got a good club this year.
Right.
Yeah, they got a little Clem girl that can play over there. I can't remember her first name, but she's pretty solid.
Yep. Breathitt County will get the ball back as Spurry will come down and get with his teammate to bring it up.
You know, both teams here tonight have shot the ball extremely well.
Yes, they have.
Breathitt County is Spurry picks his dribble up. Stallard comes for the help. Kincaid playing defense on Stallard. Higgins coming up on Gross this time. Little ball pressure as it goes through Spurry, but Stallard able to save it. Spurry, 16-footer, kind of kicked his leg out just a little bit, and that's going to pick up the foul on Caudle. And that's going to be Caudle's second foul, and that will send Spurry to the line for the first time tonight, where he is 75% on the season. First one is good.
You know, that's his first free throw. He probably needs to drive. He settled for that jump shot a whole lot tonight.
Yeah.
He needs to go ahead and take it on to the basket.
That's a very good point. I think so, too. He's very athletic and elevate, and it'd be hard to contain under there.
Second one is good.
52.
Give him 15. Sorry, David.
That's all right, my man. 52-51, and Bobcats back out in front by one, and the Bulldogs will bring it down.
Caudle looking in as Turry is behind. Eversole goes in with a floater, doesn't go. Higgins tips it, gets his own rebound. Kick to Kincaid, 3, and it's going to be long. It's a battle in there, and that foul is going to be on Higgins.
But, you know, that's what Higgins gives you. He comes in, he can swap some paint on the inside.
I like Kincaid's shot, Jim.
Oh, yeah.
He's a good shooter.
Well,
Good
and
shooter,
that was
shoot the ball.
And that was a good look by Higgins.
Under 3.5, 52-51.
Spurry with the basketball against Caudle.
You see Eversole just lurking like a shark back there. You know, he's still staying right in the paint to help on it.
Spurry goes in. It's blocked by Eversole, who is that being a snake in the grass.
Yeah.
Caudle 1 against 4 goes into the lane and elects to back it up. Smart decision. Beverly will back it out. Eversole against Turry goes in off the board. Rose and goes. I was going to say it's going out, but it goes in.
Man, he got all the rim and a nice touch, and he got the bucket. Bulldogs back in front by 1.
Got the block on this end, got the bucket on that end, and he's got 20. And that puts the Bulldogs up again. Spurry, nice drop down to Gross. It's blocked again by Eversole. Spurry, no look, gives it up to Turry, knocked away. And it will go back to the Collins.
You talk about a hot potato, guys.
And there's going to be a foul on the pass, and I believe that's on Kincaid. Yep.
Yeah.
That's going to be his first.
Yeah, Hazard much more aggressive on the interior now, cutting off those interior passes.
And, you know, Eversole is just playing in the middle of the lane, just waiting on a driver.
I'm not sure Breathitt didn't pass just one time too many that time. And
goes into Gross, 15-footer, doesn't go. And it's knocked away. Nice job by Higgins. Ball is with Kincaid. And I believe that's going to be a timeout. 30-second, guys.
We'll leave it here. Coach Holland probably trying to design, get a play to get a good look this time. And Coach Honeycutt will set his defense up.
And, you know, look at the end, you know, 53-52, 3 team fouls on Hazard, but just 1 for Breathitt as we near the 2-minute mark.
Yeah, I look at this point, everything that Hazard does on the inside, they're going to earn it from here on out.
Yeah.
And, you know, as well, the possession is toward Hazard right now. I think both teams have 2 timeouts, if I'm not mistaken.
College basketball tomorrow night. Bandy comes to town in Lexington for the snow basketball game.
Yep, and I was supposed to go, but I'm not going.
You give those tickets to Todd Kraft, he'll thank you for it.
Anybody wants them, they can contact me on Facebook. But anyway, Beverly with the basketball.
I'll be very surprised if the ball doesn't end up in Evan's hands right here.
I would think so. I guarantee he's going to touch it many times.
And Beverly gives it up, and let's see how long that the Bulldogs will wait here. Cottle turns face up. Good.
Oh, that's a nice move. 6-footer goes and
give him double figures with 10.
Yep, Hazard up by 3. Breathitt with the ball.
Spurry goes in, and it's knocked away, and Turry goes to the floor, and they're going to call a timeout as Turry secured the basketball.
So Coach Honeycutt a good timeout. Coach Holland didn't think he had enough of the ball to call it, but
And that's going to be a major cleanup on that side.
Yes, it is.
And that's the all-out hustle that Braxton Turry brings to the Bobcats.
You know, he's such a fun kid to watch play because, you know, he just gives you everything he's got, every possession, loose ball, rebound, offensive buckets, passes the ball. I mean, he's just really a pleasure to watch play, a really good high school basketball player.
And when you're looking at it, David, he just made a play that if the ball's going the other way, Hazard has the ball with a 3-point lead. Now, Breathitt County has the ball with the potential to tie up or bring that 3-point lead down.
Guys, I thought Seth Cottle has made some big buckets tonight, and I thought Everso has played so smart tonight. Done such a great job. I mean, passing the ball, rebounding the ball, helping on defense. Taking shots that he knowed he had to take for his team.
And, you know, they've played twice on neutral floors, and they have played now on each home floor. And with this coming down, Breathitt County sending a signal to the rest of the 14th region that they want to be considered for that title along with Hazard. Honeycutt with a kick out, and it's going to be, and Spurry luckily went over the top, as a good cornerback will do, and take it away from the wide receiver.
Now, Seth Cottle had that in his possession. He was right there.
And that's going to be 3 on Seth Cottle. And that's 4 team fouls. So Breathitt County will go to the line with the next foul.
You know, Breathitt County really needs a bucket right here, and there's the guy to do it.
Can it ties it up.
4-3 tonight from Joe Honeycutt.
Joe Honeycutt, a big-time game tonight for the Bobcats.
And that's with Spurry having to give it up to somebody, and he gives it up to the right guy.
Now does Hazard hope for the last shot here?
And they have the possession arrow here. Cottle picks up his dribble. Kincaid with the basketball, dribbles it out. Cottle says, give me the basketball, and Coach Holland says, let's set a screen here. Collins playing a lot of defensive pressure. Cottle goes through the lane, kick up to Kincaid, 3, doesn't go. Everso rebound. Back tilt by Spurry, but it goes back. And
I think he called a timeout over here.
Yeah,
yes.
Coach Holland got a timeout.
I believe it was on the back tip, as Ratliff will come into the game for the Bulldogs, and that's going to be a full timeout, guys.
But we'll just leave it here.
But the back tip went right back to Everso. Luckily.
He's living right.
Everso's got the magnet on the foot, guys. The ball comes to him.
But, you know, we've got 24.6 seconds. Breathitt County with only 1 foul. The ball is going to be put in underneath the basket.
So that means you've got time, Manus and Jim, to foul wherever you think they may go up.
You're going to foul as long as they're not going up to shoot the basketball.
Right.
You know, I'm going to be anxious to see if Higgins stays in the game here. You know, that's he's not a good free throw shooter.
He's come out.
He's come out as Ratliff. Remember, Ratliff came in the basketball game, and I would venture a guess that probably was for Higgins.
Yep, and Ratliff's an outside shooter. If he gets daylight, very nice shooter, and can shoot the 3 ball.
So do you run it down to 6 or 5 seconds?
Yeah, absolutely. You want to be the last attempt.
So if
Go to
Caudill
overtime.
or Beverly backs it up, do you go ahead and foul them to start getting a number of fouls toward the bonus, or in using up the time? What do you do here, guys?
Well, I would if they got it down on the block ever so. I would foul him before he went up.
But you got to make sure you
that he
foul him
does-
before he gets
yeah.
into shooting.
Absolutely.
And they're playing man-to-man out from underneath the basket, so watch for a slip. And Combs gets the basketball, Spurry on him, and here's the aggressive, and it's going to be over and back as Spurry did not touch the basketball, and it will be Breathitt County basketball with 18.3 seconds.
Now Coach Honeycutt getting his set.
And they're going to throw it in the backcourt to Spurry, and it's going to be knocked away by Caudill. Hazard cannot afford to foul because they will send them to the line.
16 seconds. We're tied at 55.
Can Spurry win 2 games in a row here at the Ferris Woods?
He's going to have to go right now.
And it's 4, 3, 2. Can he win it? No, the tip doesn't go, and we have overtime.
Woo. Stay with us, folks. 55 all. First overtime coming up from the Farcio Woods Coliseum. We're coming back.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
55-55 as we get ready for first overtime here at Breathitt County High School. Want to thank the administration for letting Hometown 24 come down tonight. We greatly appreciate that. And always nice folks down here when we come to Breathitt County.
Guys, we're going to overtime.
We're going to overtime. Can't do anything about it. And we might as well let them play. It's cold outside. It's at least something to do here. See a good ball game. Ain't that right, Jim McCall?
It's been a dandy, David.
And we're going to jump. 4 minutes of overtime, and Spurry gets the tip back to Gross, and here we go.
Breathitt will set in a 1-4 low to get started.
And soon as someone comes off of Collins and Honeycutt, I don't know if they're going to come too much off of Honeycutt right now.
No.
Ratliff guarding Honeycutt over here. Backdoor by Spurry, and that's going to be no contact, says the official, and play on.
Spurry got in a spot, nowhere to go. Nice defense by the Bulldogs.
Kincaid rolls and goes.
Wow. Big shot there, guys. Kincaid, nice shooter, good touch.
Yeah, he got the shooter roll.
And that's his 3rd 3. 9 points. Playing defense on Collins. Asking for the 5. And that's going to be blocked by Everso coming off from the weak side. Nice rotation also by Ratliff to take Turry down there. As we see Coach Holcomb down in the far left-hand corner. Ball comes into Turry. I thought he might go ahead and just shoot that thing. Spurry, left-hand dribble, hesitation comes in, knocked away from him. He's going to go up, and it's blocked. Caudill with a rebound. 3 against 2. Ratliff goes up strong, misses it. Rebound to Caudill. Kincaid, can he hit it again? He does.
He can. Very good shooter, and Kincaid has given the Bulldogs some room. 61-55 in the first overtime.
Talking a little bit to Collins, and Collins says, I'll put it in your eye, and he misses it. Rebound to Caudill.
Another bucket here, and it's going to get away from the Bobcats.
Caudle goes in, blocked by Spurry. Spurry come off the weak side with the block. Spurry 3. Comes up short, rebound's going to come down to Terry, puts it in.
Big shot by Terry.
Yeah, Terry doing what Terry does, guys. Sneaks in for the rebound and the easy bucket.
And it's going to be a full timeout. 61-57, it will be Hazard's ball when we come back to Breathitt County. Stay with us.
No one likes an uninvited guest, especially when that guest is a potentially dangerous pest. So call Bluegrass Pest Management and let the pros take care of your problem. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, providing much-needed jobs to local people. With 3 locations in Hazard, London, and Hindman, they treat rats, mice, roaches, bedbugs, termites, and many more. Open Monday through Friday and now servicing all of Kentucky. Say goodbye to your uninvited guests today. Call Bluegrass Pest Management.
This is the 4th app. I don't remember any of these passwords.
With so many subscriptions, it can be impossible to keep up.
Who said that?
Don't worry about who I am. Worry about all the money you're losing paying for all these subscriptions.
I have to use like 13 to watch all the shows I want to watch.
Then sign up for TVS. With TVS, you have all your favorite shows with just one bill. So stop throwing away money and throw away those subscriptions.
Magellan, what should we do with all this money we save by switching to TVS?
Welcome back to the Bank of Hyman Hometown 24 Game of the Week, and it has been a dandy Game of the Week. We're in overtime at Breathitt County. Hazard will have the basketball, leading by 4 with 2:10 to go in the ball game.
Yeah, Breathitt needs they need a big stop right here.
And they can be aggressive. They've got 1 team foul still yet, so they can be aggressive.
Oh,
but
nobody rotated over.
And Terry is going to pick up the foul. Somebody's got to come over and help. And that will send Eversole to the line for the first time tonight. Can you believe that? But they've done an excellent job of not fouling him. And first one will go down. He is 68% on the season. Second one is good. Token pressure by Hazard. Got to be careful about fouling. Spurry goes into the lane, bounces, and he is fouled by Combs. And Combs will pick up his first foul, and that will send Spurry to the line. And Coach Holland, not exactly liking the foul, stops the clock for the Bobcats.
But you know, at this point, Breathitt can't trade buckets with Hazard.
No, they've got to get a couple turnovers.
And Spurry misses the first.
Spurry's not been out all night, guys, and you know, he's playing a lot of minutes here, getting close to 34 minutes in the ball game already. No break.
Makes the second. 16 points. Thought Breathitt may pick up a little bit sooner.
Yeah, I look for Hazard to be very patient.
Anytime you see the flex from Hazard, that means they're going to run some clock. And Terry's going to pick up another foul, and that's going to be his third. And Coach Holland thinks it's a bonus, but it is not. That's only the third team foul for Breathitt County, so they're going to have to foul 2 more times with 1:33 to go. Kincaid with the basketball. Spurry, Kincaid into the lane, gives it up to Ratliff. Very smart play.
Hazard very content right now to work the ball around the perimeter and run some clock.
And the arrow goes toward Hazard as well. Coach Honeycutt calling out and saying foul, and Spurry does, and that's going to be his 4th. Still 1 more foul before they go to the line. Eversole to put it in play. Goes into Caudle. Caudle backing Collins down. No call, and it's going to be a block on Collins. And that's going to be his third. Cottle will shoot 2. 1 for 2 on the night, and the first one will go. Second one is good. Cottle with 12. Hazard picking up. You got a 2 against 1. Spurry goes to the line, and he is fouled by Everso. Second one. And that will stop the clock once again with 1:02.
Bobcats got to take advantage of a stop clock. They've got to make points when the opportunity comes.
First one is good.
65-59.
Will they come out full court this possession, Manus?
And Spurry tries to catch the Bulldogs off guard, and not a bad play, probably.
Just need to get it up a little bit more, you know.
And who are they going to foul now? And they foul Kincaid, does Collins. And that's going to be his 4th. Kincaid has not shot a free throw this year.
Well, something tells me his confidence is not going to be shaken.
No, it's unbelievable.
You had mentioned that on the way down here today.
I did a double take on that today. First one up, and it comes up short. Still a 2-possession game for the Bobcats. Second one is good. Hazard picking up, making them use time. Collins with the basketball, picks it up, gives it to Honeycutt. Back to Collins, and it's going to be stolen.
Honeycutt made the pass. It's just too close. He thought his teammate had turned around already.
And they're electing to, and that foul's going to be on Collins. And that will be Collins' 5th, and he will foul out with 7 points.
That's going to give the Bulldogs some space. But I want to tell you, both teams, I thought, played well tonight, shared the ball well, had a good game plan, both teams.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, this is the 4th time meeting, and who knows?
Yeah.
There may be a 5th. And Cottle will make the first.
Well, this game's going to end up probably being 8 or 9, but
at no time.
Hey, listen,
it was a 2-point game most of the game.
When it takes extra time to determine the winner, you know, Breathitt's done something nobody else in the region can do this year, and I'm sure it's going to give them some confidence if they were to meet again to put a game plan together to be able to compete.
And Hazard calls a timeout to set everything up. But, guys, I really think there's 4 or 5 teams in the 14th region right now that's kind of separating. Maybe 6 if you include Powell County.
Yeah, Commodores is a team.
Powell County got off to a really good start.
Kind of hit the doldrums in the middle of the year.
But I think Powell County out of the 56th district is someone you better not sleep on.
You're right.
And
Commodores, guys, got some shooters on that team. Mr. Woods can light it up.
And, you know, you got to look at Knox County Central. You got to look at Jenkins. And you never know. The Wolf County Wolves, they come out firing it up. You never know about the Wolf County Wolves.
All the fans.
And then everybody in Letcher Central is saying, Manus, you not even mentioned us. But, you know, the thing about it is anybody, once you get to that region, anything can happen. And that's the key this upcoming week is for you to get to Knox County Central High School.
Well, you know, I think that the difference between Hazard and Breathitt, they don't have to rely on the three-point shot to win games. I think everybody else is very contingent on hitting the three-pointer.
Spurry driving left side, guys.
Misses it, Cottle with the rebound.
And
I think they're not going to foul, and that's pretty much going to do it, guys. And my vote for the player of the game goes to Evan.
It has to be Evan Eversole. Evan played a great game tonight.
As Gross and Eversole meet out there with Cottle. Nice sportsmanship.
Good sportsmanship.
It's been a very well-played game,
It
David.
has been a good played game. It really has. And the teams will slap hands, and good ball game tonight. And guys, it was physical at paint at times, but it was clean tonight. It really was.
I mean, you played the game in an hour and 20 minutes, and you played overtime. It's a clean game.
Yes, not an SEC game.
No official reviews tonight.
No. But anyway, scoring tonight, Manus. Can we go over our final stats real quick?
Okay, as I tabulate.
You're putting the pressure on the math whiz.
Hey, he's a math genius.
I don't know about that. I taught social studies for many years, but
he can count money good.
I do count money good, especially it goes to Ching. But for the Hazard Bulldogs, who will improve to 24-2, Dalton Combs with 8 points, Nick Ratliff with 5, Evan Everso, our Alice Lloyd College player of the game, with 22. Reggie Beverly did not score. Seth Cottle with 14. Trace Kincaid with 13 big points off the bench. Tucker Johnson with 4. Higgins with 2. For scoring 16 in the first, 15 second, 13 in the third, 11 in the fourth, and 13 in the overtime for a total of 68. Breathitt County Bobcats will fall to 19-8. Stallard did not score. Peyton Collins had 7 before fouling out. Braxton Turry with 14. Austin Spurry with 17. Kanan Gross with 9. Joseph Honeycutt with 4 big three-pointers for 12. Scoring by quarters. First quarter 16. Second quarter 11. Third quarter 18. Fourth quarter 10. And in the overtime, 4 points for a total of 59.
Absolutely. Want to say hello to Roberta Waddell Dewey down in Western Kentucky. Glad to have her along, and she's always watching. We don't want to leave her out.
No way.
Jim, final thoughts on the game tonight, my man?
Well, I really liked what Breathitt County did tonight. They didn't come away with the victory, but by sending it into overtime. I think the key to Breathitt, and we talked about it earlier, offensive boards. Gross and Terry being able to contribute. I think both of them were right around what we thought they would be. Hazard does Hazard things.
Yes, they
do. There's not a lot of flaws, but I did see Breathitt's ability to make that extra pass tonight kind of showed me that there's a little vulnerability in the post that I think Breathitt exposed on Hazard tonight. And I'm really looking forward to this team plays again. I'm really looking forward to another great matchup, and I think that Breathitt has Estill tomorrow, but I don't think we'll get that one in for the snow. And then they've got a big regional matchup in Knott County on Friday night.
They do.
Yeah, we got some good basketball ahead. District tournament starts Monday night. So
it's time.
Yeah, it's that time of the year. Manus, any last thoughts before Josh Cornick gets hungry and needs to go eat?
Well, a weather alert to everybody be conscious of what's going on. And for those that's trying to recover from the flood, our thoughts and prayers go out to you. Excellent basketball game between Hazard and Breathitt County. We may see them a 5th time, and if we do, we'll be there.
Yep. Want to thank our boss, Josh Cornick, doing a great job on controls, keeping everybody, the camera people, what a special job they do. And Jim McCauley, Manus player, David Adams, we'd like to wish you good night from Breathitt County High School. Stay safe.